The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, I'm Jemima Sukbat with the news at 6. In this edition, drunkards' biggest burden for ambulance service, Governor Pakop recovering, and Kilape clamps down on scant Form 11. Drunk people will be the biggest burden for the ambulance service and hospitals this festive period. St. John Ambulance Chief Medical Officer Dr. Mangu Candino has appealed to the public to drink responsibly. The Christmas and New Year period sees a rise in trauma-related emergencies for the ambulance service and hospitals. Injuries and accidents during the festive season are often a result of excess consumption of alcohol. St. John Ambulance Chief Medical Officer Dr. Mangu Candino has appealed to anyone choosing to drink to be responsible. That means not having more than 1 or 2 beer cans per hour.
At these functions or festive occasions, if there can be a designated sober person who does the driving, that would actually be recommended. And if people stick to driving within, drinking and having blood alcohol levels within recommended standard range.
Dr. Candino said they are seeing the effects of unregulated high-strength liquor like berry-flavored liquor, which is damaging to the society and burdening the hospitals. She added that too often when ambulance officers get attacked, it is people affected by what they believe to be high-strength liquor. However, they continue to serve these people because anyone deserves health care.
We cannot prevent those, but we can primarily do something about mitigating that problem and so reducing the burden that's on the health system at the moment. Now, POMGEN sees those patients, and the St. John Ambulance Service also have to go out and retrieve the injuries to bring them in. They occur on a daily basis and in the far reaches of the city, all across wherever we are, also reaching out to Central and Gulf provinces as well.
Meanwhile, Port Moresby General Hospital CEO Dr. Paki Molumi said drunkards who seek emergency medical services at the hospital will be charged higher fees. He clarified that the fees will be introduced after consideration from the Port Moresby General Hospital Board and the Health Department.
The introduction of fees goes through the board, and there are processes that we need to get approval before we introduce the fees. So management is looking at those options. Once it goes through the process, probably by next year, we should be able to put in some fees so that those who are under influence of alcohol and cause damage to properties, this is just to prevent drunkards coming into the emergency department, abusing our staff and properties that the emergency department. Obviously, we'll be looking at fees, but that will be subjected through the process of approval of fees through the board and, of course, to the health department as well.
St. John Ambulance has recommended to the public to immediately call its emergency toll-free number for people who may involve in accidents. St. John Ambulance Chief Medical Officer Dr. Mangu Candino said trained St. John pre-hospital care providers will respond to ensure appropriate care and transportation is given. She added that incorrect handling of patients can potentially cause injuries to get worse. It's the festive period and some may go over the limit with the celebrations. St. John Ambulance has recommended to immediately call its emergency toll-free number 111 for people who may involve in accidents such as a fall, assault or in a motor vehicle accident. St. John Ambulance Chief Medical Officer Dr. Mangu Candino said trained St. John pre-hospital care providers will respond to ensure appropriate care and transportation.
Injuries can potentially get worse when you have incorrect handling of patients, and so therefore in a fall, assault or particularly motor vehicle accident, it's recommended that whoever bystanders or family reach the patient first must call the ambulance immediately so that trained personnel to package the patient can come, manage at the scene whatever interventions can be done, and they'll be packaged and safely transferred to the hospital.
Dr. Candino added that the pre-hospital care will prevent the injuries from further getting worse.
Things like excessive hemorrhage or destabilizing of cervical spine injuries, and even destabilizing clots or anything that can happen if there's internal bleeding. So it's extremely important to make sure to call 111.
Meanwhile, St. John Ambulance has further called on the public to enjoy the festive period responsibly. The Management Level 3 Health Facility, Gelegele Health Center in Rabaul District, has been assured of more government support by next year. East New Britain Governor Michael Marum and Acting Provincial Administrator Levi Mano gave the assurance during a recent site inspection. Kokopo District Health Coordinator Anastasia Dio said the facility has been a target for opportunists over the years. Gelegele Health Center was built in 2016 and was serving displaced robots.
Personal internet banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgeta.
Open nets. Magic taste. Making white flour rice become a favorite below family one-time meat tasty bilang Maggie tasty rice. Put him 2 pela cup rice long pot, add him water, na 1 pela packet Maggie tasty rice. Mix him good na boil him rice. Make him white pela rice come up tasty one-time Maggie tasty rice. Maggie, the taste PNG loves.
Welcome back. Speculations on the NCD Governor Powes Pakop's critical health condition has been put to rest by the Deputy Governor and Chairman of Motu Koita Assembly, Daddy Toka Jr. Toka confirmed that NCD Governor Powes Pakop has had a recent health concern that resulted in his hospitalization last week.
NCD Governor Powes Pakop is recovering at Gold Coast University Hospital in Australia. In a media statement released today, Deputy Governor Daddy Toka Jr. said Governor Pakop was said to have had complications arising from a cardiac procedure performed recently that led to internal bleeding. Toka confirmed Governor Pakop is currently in a stable condition and recovering. He said Governor Pakop was admitted to Port Moresby General Hospital and then referred to Pacific International Hospital for treatment. He was then medevaced on the 23rd down south as per medical advice and consultation with his family. Toka said medical updates from Gold Coast state that the governor has had a comprehensive health screening and is recovering well. Toka thanks and urges residents in Port Moresby and citizens throughout the country to maintain positivity as the governor is on the road to recovery. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Moresby South District Development Authority continues to assist communities and groups in the electorate. Recently, the District Authority contributed to the offerings of the church groups funds between 2,000 kina and 5,000 kina towards Christmas activities.
On December 15th, Moresby South Electorate District Administrator Isop Mall delivered 360,000 worth of tithes paid to several church and fellowship groups from Moresby South in Port Moresby.
You know, you all play an important part in what we do in the communities. You are there to maintain peace and order and harmony in the communities. You do a lot of great work. You know, a lot of places where police can go, a lot of places where we can go in, you are already there and, you know, doing the groundwork, maintaining peace and order. And so we appreciate that.
Representing the local member, Justin Tachenko, and the District Development Authority, Isop Moy, said that donation is for the churches to host Christmas activities with their members.
But in the last 10 years, we've continued to work with churches. We've been doing this over the last 10 years, giving the 10% to all the churches. We've also helped build church facilities, infrastructure. We've built a couple of churches as well. We've done roads into churches. And we've also supported different church programs in the different churches and denominations that you all come from.
In the last 10 years, Moresby South DDA has supported churches in tithes besides social services such as education and health training and infrastructure. He mentioned in particular the assistance to the Foursquare Church-run Kaugere Health Services and education programs of the Catholic Church and the United Church. Mr. Moy said they appreciate very much the work that churches do and this will continue. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
The 2023 Autonomous Bougainville government budget is focused on service delivery, increasing revenues and providing facilities and infrastructure. ABG Minister for Treasury and Finance Matthias Salas announced this in Parliament recently when he tabled the 2023 ABG budget. He said the major focus of the budget is the consolidation of the peace and political process through economic and infrastructure development to prepare and mobilize the people for the conduct of consultations and negotiations for independence.
The money plan is framed under the theme Implementing Independence Readiness with a total appropriation of over 679 million kina. TVWAN News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Whether we're playing sport, exercising for fitness, being active for work or play, just having some fun, or just chilling, there is one name we can count on that we know will keep us going strong. Skell Rice. Healthy, nutritious, delicious medium grain rice full of vitamins and minerals. Skell helps us maintain a healthy, active lifestyle so we can enjoy every day.
Skell Rice. Skell Rice.
SP Lager was there for the birth of our nation. We cheered when we dominated the Pacific Games. And we were full of pride when the Hunters lifted the cup. SP Lager. Cheers to 70 years.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier by you like you more.
We see you day in, day out, getting on with the job. Coming out on top because you're not one to back down. From the islands to islands. From the southern to the north, we see you, moving heaven and earth to move our country forward. And at the end of the day, we will be there to serve Papua New Guineans who achieve success with the reward they deserve.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
Welcome back. Chief Commissioner of Customs David Towe has announced over 500 million kina surplus collection by Customs in 2022. Mr. Towe said this is a great achievement for PNG Customs as it is the highest surplus revenue that Customs has ever collected to date in a single year compared to other years when Customs also exceeded revenue projections. He said Customs collected 465 million kina plus in tax revenues in excess of its supplementary budget target of over 3 million kina for fiscal year 2022 as at week ending 16th December 2022. He added that the growth trend in collection is very encouraging and comes at a back of strong enforcement and compliance activities. Minister for Environment, Conservation and Climate Change and member for Lufa Simo Kilepa has put a temporary stop to any Lufa district account transactions. The move follows advice that senior public servants were attempting to use his scanned signature to withdraw money. Minister for Environment, Conservation and Climate Change and member for Lufa Simo Kilepa has reported to police an alleged fraudulent attempt by a public servant to use his scanned signature on a Form 11
to withdraw money. He said he has put a temporary stop on any Lufa district account transactions. The move follows advice that public servants were attempting to use his scanned signature to withdraw money.
Lately, we go to Ministry of Travel, go to Canada, and we come back here. We fell out some all scanning signature to me.
Wow.
Now, you see some from Levin now, go remote checks. So after me posted in DA Blumi and DFM, what I said in the negotiation, so no apply the presana. Used to go to country and you know what's now so. We make about the more this time I'm for case now. This time unfortunately.
Mr. Kilepa has reported the matter to police after he met with Eastern Highlands Provincial Police Commander Michael Welly.
Even if you are out of the country or you're not able to sign or anything like that, they'll have to wait until...
Mr. Kilepa also met with the BSP Goroka branch, advising them of the alleged attempt by his administration using the scanned Form 11. Acting branch manager Alice Clarence gave the bank support, adding that BSP will not tolerate nor allow any transaction to take place. In sports, the initial preparations for the planned Central Sepik Mini Stadium in Maprik has started with the first mobilization payment. Sepik Pride franchise chairman Bradley Simon acknowledged Sepik Governor Alan Bird for his vision to support talents in realizing their dreams in sports. The chairman said having standard sporting facilities will only attract and encourage more young men and women to play sports. Simon extended his thank you to Provincial Administrator Simon Torovi and his team for supporting with 272,000 kina payment to get the work up and running for the Maprik Mini Stadium. All sporting grounds in Wewak, Ngoram Rekeka and Wasara will be improved as well. And that ends the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water, cough or sneeze into your elbow, and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.